Hey everyone, today we're making keto pumpkin bread. This is a great way to have your holiday treats and feel like you're not missing out without all the carbs. These are the few ingredients that we're going to need, so get your stuff, get ready, and let's get started. We're going to start with 2 cups of almond flour, and then add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, or really measure with your heart, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm using fresh, you can also use powdered, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of monk fruit or sweetener of your choice, and then give that a really good mix. Next, we're going to be adding in our pumpkin puree. You can use canned if you want. I'm using my fresh fairy tale pumpkin puree. If you haven't seen my video on that, go check that out. And we're just adding in 1 cup of pumpkin puree. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla, but you can really measure with your heart here. Give that a good mix as well. You want to mix this in really well before you put in your eggs. That way you're not over mixing the eggs. And now we're going to be adding 3 eggs. And just go ahead and pour those in. And then mix that really well. You're going to mix gently, not beat it. You want to just make sure the eggs are all the way incorporated into the batter. You don't want to overbeat them because you're going to end up with a stiff bread. Now you can just use a regular loaf pan and spray it down with some non-stick cooking spray. I like to use parchment paper. You can try wetting the loaf pan if you're using parchment paper. It should stick a little bit better, but parchment paper is always hard to work with. So just crumble it up and then stick it in there. And once you start pouring in your batter, it'll stay a little bit better. Now we're just going to pour in our batter. And once that's in there, you're going to go ahead and spread that evenly. You can also mix in some almonds, some walnuts, pecans, or chocolate chips if you like. Just make sure to add them in the mix before you pour in the dough. I totally forgot, but we're gonna do our best and kind of push them through here. Cut off the excess paper. Go ahead and bake this at 350 degrees in a preheated oven, and you want to make sure you bake it until you poke it with a knife and it comes out clean. And there you have it. It's done. Let it cool for about an hour. This amazing pumpkin keto bread is going to have your house smelling like fall. Now just go and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy baking.